Question 1374. Do you think computer games should be used in education?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why not?
They're an excellent tool for that. You do have pretty hair, Quentin. It's a nice color.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't have to dye it. It changes colors on its own. Either a really bright orange or a really dark red.
Strangely, so does mine.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, video games on PCs should be taught in education. Yes.
Video games on PC should be. Yeah. Why on PC?
Well, because okay, I'm about to start a whole bunch of shit with a bunch of people. So I'm probably gonna start a bunch of shit with different people, but because PC is the master race of gaming, and it takes a lot more brain power. Just gonna put that out there.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And Macintoshes suck.
Yes, most Apple products suck.
Well, I would argue too that gaming
you're just a child. What do you
educational purposes also teaches students basic computer skills and usage.
Everyone here is a child compared to you, Jenny.
Oh, that's I'll actually. I'll have everybody know. I am doing this on I am here right now on an Apple device, and I agree they fucking suck.
I'm sorry.
Who's the only one that's had connection problems today?
Exactly.
I haven't done my iPhone or iPad and my internet is down currently. So
I'm on my iPhone.
Yeah, see, anytime
Careful,
PC
Jenny, you'll get throat cancer.
Jesus. Oh, God.
Anytime PC questions come up, I get in trouble because I like to start wars with those.
And I've been using Apple since 1984.
And you don't think this has held you back at all?
Pardon me? I'm sorry.
You don't think that this has held you back at all?
Apple products, yes.
Absolutely.
You could be.
I was producing linear editing shorts and things off the computer before PCs even heard that you can do film and stuff on a computer.
That's dribble.
Yeah, to be fair, before we did, we used Amigas before that.
Yeah. Do you have any idea the processing power it takes to do that kind of shit?
There was a
I do, because I used to do it on Amigas.
Yeah, but not very well.
So you were a trooper.
Yeah. No, there was a time.
I'm a trooper, yeah.
PCs were great for word processing and for certain things, but if you were a graphic designer, you had to use Apple. You just had to.
You didn't have to use Apple. Apple just sold this shit that you had to use Apple.
And if you just take the time to say
that's not a good argument.
Watch on TV when they're like sharing a space shot or something like that. Look at how many apples are on the desks of the space engineers and shit at JPL and Houston and stuff.
Yeah, because Apple persuaded them that they had to use apples.
Bullshit! You're not going to do that to NASA.
Hang on. Apple single-handedly ruined one of the best headphone brands out there because they put their shit speakers in the headphones.
I'm going to kick Quinton.
Yeah, Apple's terrible.
Right, I'm going back to the question. Sammy says, nope, the little fuckers should get a job.
Yeah. What was the question? Don't tell your toddler to get a job.
The question is whether or not computer games should be used in education. Right. Not the format.
All right, got it. Be right back.
No, because they apparently delude children.
What? They make them violent and want to kill people.
Yes, I think they should. It teaches how to use a computer. It teaches hand-eye coordination. There's a certain amount of critical thinking you have to do for some games.
Yeah, I've heard.
Depends on what. I mean, the thing is, you have games that can be designed around being educational. You know. So I don't see an issue with this whatsoever.
Granny's Garden on the BBC.
I've heard that surgeons sometimes use they play console games to get better hand coordination.
Mm.
I've heard it. I don't know if it's true.
Pretty much. I mean, the military use them now.
All you got to do is pop in some Pajama Sam. That's all you got to do. Play some Pajama Sam with your kid.
That's because in the military they think they're playing a computer game when in reality they actually are nuking another country.
Fair enough.
The army did some. The army released a computer game. It was a first-person shooter, but you had to go through basic training and stuff before you were actually out in the field, and they used it as a recruitment tool. And it was open. They always admitted that the army is watching you play this game, and they actually selected people. We want you, because of their computer gaming skills. Scary.
Yeah.
A lot of them are flying predators and stuff now.
I have strong feelings here, Dave. Please read my last two. It depends whether or not they were about... Okay, yeah. I once played Kerbal Space Program through physics class and through lunch when I was teaching about universal gravitation. Teachers are masters of edutainment. Games are the future of homeschool. Then Chad says, spent an afternoon reading the Civipedia in Sid Meier's Vic games, and you will learn more history and find more rabbit holes than you ever did in history class. Do you know what? I can't deny that. I love Civilization.
I'm just trying to visualize what kind of computer game would you make out of, say, learning the history of Henry and his 6 wives. It's
variation on Leisure Suit Larry.
Life is strange.
That would basically be Game of Thrones, but in game.
I used to have like when I had PS2, I used to have Great Battles of Rome on there, which it was military strategy. You did get an awful lot of Roman history. You learn through that as well. So,
Never Again says gaming skills do not equate to computer skills. I think it depends on the game.
That's true.
Andrea.
Yes, they should definitely be used in education, especially because people learn in different ways, and you gotta use all different kinds of methods to get the lesson across.
Yes.
I mean, I think the term we have, there is the wonderful term we have at the moment, which is gamification. I mean, if you actually write games that are based around education, I think it's a lot easier for them to be useful in education, rather than I don't know.
That really sounds like about the best argument is that the formats, different formats apply to different people. Some are visual learners, some are text learners, some are lecture learners.
Kerbal Space Program actually teaches you a lot about rocket and that kind of engineering and space travel. So yeah, it's obviously not 100% realistic, but it can teach you a little bit, at least.
I wonder if there's any flat earthers. I wonder if there's any flat earthers who play Kerbal.
I doubt that.
I doubt it somehow.
Well, they'd just see it as fantasy, wouldn't they, Jen?
No, but there's a lot of flat earthers that play the game Learn to Fly, where you launch a penguin out of a cannon.
I'm sure a lot of flat earthers have played Space Invaders as well, but
that's because the bottom the land on the bottom of it is flat. You see,
it's flat. Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah.
Doc says computer games can be used to teach anger management. If you can get through EA game without throwing your damn controller through the TV, you're golden.
That is fucking true.
That is actually true.
Yes.
I know someone personally who was prescribed by their therapist to play a violent video game to channel their anger through that because they were having trouble with anger management. So,
what? Here's a great idea. If you have anger management, you have to sit down and play Dark Souls 1 through 3. If you need anger management, just do that.
I might have left. I don't know. Never heard of them. I'm sorry.
No, trust me. If you played Dark Souls.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.